I've been interested in the Romans since I've been doing archaeology, which is now 45 years, going on 46, and excavating the Romans and learning all about their culture and history has been absolutely a fascinating ride. And I want to share some of that with people in the Humanities Seminars program. So I hope you'll join me for my new course. In 4 different lectures, 4 different sections, divisions, tell you a little bit about how Rome became the incredible powerhouse that it did. We're going to start out with Rome early in its formative stage, how it began as just a series of small villages on hills around what later became downtown Rome. One of the questions we're going to deal with is, how did Rome become so powerful? What was that ingredient in that society, in those people, that set them apart from other folks in Italy, and indeed across Europe or the world at that time? What made them stand out? That's one thing. And then the other thing is, what made it all go away? How did it fade away over time, gradually? And what does it mean when people commonly talk about the fall of Rome? Did Rome fall? All of a sudden it was fine, and the next thing, boom, it's gone. It didn't apparently happen like that. And for many years now, I've been investigating late antiquity, and I'm going to talk a lot about that in the course. We've just made a new discovery at Yale about how ancient diseases have affected the Roman Empire in its last days. And also, we've been wedding that to problems of climate change. So we've been looking at the 5th and 6th centuries AD in a new way. And I want to talk about that with you and let you know about these discoveries even before we've released them to the press. I want to let everyone know about a culture that means a great deal to me. I've been digging up dead Romans for altogether now more than 45 years. And there are lots of lessons that can be learned, and it's an experience that is greatly enhanced by physically putting your hands in the earth. When you're actually digging and seeing how the Romans lived day to day, how they experienced lives, how much in many ways they were like us, and yet in some ways fundamentally pretty different. Their religion, their economy, their social structure. We're going to talk about a lot of that. If you'd really like to know who the ancient Romans were, if you really want to understand how they can go from this small, insignificant group of people who were just one of many people in Italy at the beginning of the first millennium, to this incredible powerhouse under the Emperor Augustus, under incredibly strong leadership in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD, and then how it all suddenly frittered away. It suddenly began to change and fall apart and decay. How did that happen? What caused that? And are there any lessons for us to learn from it in our unusual circumstances in our present day lives? And I hope by the end of it, you will be able to be quite an authority on the ancient city and people of Rome.